Thank you for tuning in to TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is Beautiful Saturday. And I hope you are having a wonderful Saturday, and it's the start to a beautiful, wonderful weekend. As you can see from the topic today, is life supposed to be this hard? All right, so this is going to be my opinion, but before I get into it, I haven't said anything about this all week, so I'm gonna say it today. One, please like, subscribe, and share because if you get anything out of this content, chances are someone else will as well. So why not share with those you know, love, and care about? And it helps support me in this channel. Two, I am a distributor for Young Living, which is an essential oil company. They make the best essential oil in the business. They are like number one, at least in my book. But the link is down below. They have all different kinds of essential oils, and they also have teachings and things about essential oils as well. So it's a very informative website. So check it out below. They do not sponsor me. I'm just a distributor for them. So now that that's out the way, let's get into it. So the question is, and y'all can tell I still got this going on, but again, yeah, I said this all week. I record all my videos on the same day. So it's Tuesday, and I got all of this going on still. So by the time y'all hear me come Thursday, it should be good and gone. But in the meantime, this week, this is what we dealing with. So the video for today is talks about y'all, I done forgot that quick. What's my topic? I'm gonna leave this in here too so y'all can see that sometimes when I'm doing these videos and stuff, I don't be remembering. I do stuff that's supposed to be okay. Yeah, now I remember. I do stuff that comes to me. So it's not necessarily stuff that I created or I came up with on my own. It's stuff that comes to me. So these are messages that are supposed to be delivered and come through. That's why I make a big deal about the channel, but I don't make a big deal about the channel because this channel was really designed for my ancestors and spirit to speak through me to you guys, to give y'all the messages that y'all want. This wasn't my ideal to do this. It certainly wasn't my ideal to post a video on this every single day. However, since it is what it is and I'm doing what I'm told, this is what they want me to do, this is what I do. So they bring me these topics. And that's why sometimes when you hear me start talking, sometimes I'm stumbling until that connection is made and then it flows and then whatever message comes just flying right out. Well, that's why. That's why it goes like that. So, as far as this goes, is life supposed to be this hard? The short answer is no. But yes. No, but yes. Okay, so the no part is, or I should say the yes part, it is supposed to be this hard is, this is the world that we live in right now, and the way it's made up, the way it's put together is done in a very deceptive, misleading manner. So because of that, in order for you to understand what it is that you're up against, in order to understand what you're battling against, you have to be in the thick of it. Okay? And in order to be in the thick of it, sometimes it don't look good. All right? So if you think about it in the forms of war, when you're a soldier, soldiers got to get down in the trenches. Sometimes they down in the dirt. You know, it don't matter if it's mud down there. It don't matter if it's pig slop down there. You got to get down there on the ground because it's a life or death situation. And without being down there on the ground to assess your situation and assess from what things look like above you going on down there, you can end up dead, right? So sometimes we have to be in those trenches. Sometimes we have to get down and dirty. Sometimes we have to submerge ourselves in that in order to have a better understanding. So when we come out of it, we can guide other people through it. We can guide other people and tell them how to get out of it. Think about it with the story of, we're going to go to the Bible. And y'all, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm not big on the Bible. I feel it has some stories, but I'm not a big Bible person. But I'm going to tell this in a manner that everybody can pretty much understand. So everybody knows the story of Moses. Moses, Moses was raised by the people in the palace. And he ended up finding out how his people lived and, broke away, left, and then came back and set the people free. If he didn't leave the palace to go see how people really live and the conditions that they really lived in, he wouldn't have been able to go there to pull his people out. Because they'd be like, okay, well, you were gone all this time, but who are you? You don't know what we live like. You don't know what we go through every day. You don't know what it is. But because he could say, yes, I did, because I was over here. Now, granted, they lived better than you, but they didn't live like the people in the palace. They didn't have people pampering them. So, same thing. So, for you to have to go through what you go through and for life to be hard, it's for a reason. There are lessons in that life. There are lessons from being down in the trenches. There are character changes. There's maturity. There's growth. It is hard. It is difficult. Sometimes it's more than you feel like you can even bear. Okay? But in order for you to come out of that, in order for you to do what's needed to be done in life, you have to experience that. So if you didn't know what a hard, bad life is, could you actually understand and know what an easy life is? Wouldn't it just be life if you went straight out to easy? It would just be life, right? And I know we sit back and we think that rich people got it all. Rich people got the easy life. No, not necessarily. If you look at it, a lot of those kids are messed up because they don't get that time with their parents. They get raised by somebody else. They don't even see their parents. And that is very difficult for them to take and comprehend. Or they have parents that are so controlling that they can't do anything without these parents being all in there. You know, them helicopter parents, hovering over your child, just watching everything that they do and being so controlling. So even if you think money is going to make it everything okay and money is going to be the thing that makes a good and easy life, they have their struggles as well. Trusting people. Can you trust somebody? If the whole world knows that you're worth millions of dollars, could you trust people? Would you trust people? I know I wouldn't. I'd be, I think, everybody after my money. So there's a downside to every life. And there's those rough patches that you have to get down and dirty with in order to move on to the greener pastures. Now, if you stay in that muck and you never get up out of it because you're never learning your lessons and they keep repeating themselves and you just digging and burying yourself further and further in it, then you'll never get out of it. But if you're in those trenches and you're learning those lessons and you're growing as a person and you're maturing and you're letting go of stuff instead of holding on to everything, all these emotions like they just, the rite of passage, like, oh my God, if I let this go, I will die. Let it go. You're not going to die. Let it go. Understand that everything happened to you. All those bad things, all those hardships you had, everything happened for a reason, for you to learn something, for you to have that experience so that you can get out of it and do better and go to the greener pastures and have that understanding, because more than likely you're going to be a guiding light for somebody else, and that somebody else isn't going to follow the light that was never where they went, that was never in their neighborhood. Like if you think about it, you have some rich person, don't matter what nationality you are, you got some rich hoity-toity coming down into the hood telling you guys, oh, you can do this and you can do that and you should do this and you should do that. Are you gonna listen to them? You don't know my life. Go on about this hood before somebody rob you. That's what you're gonna say. But if you know somebody who from your hood went out, became successful and did it and came back and talked, you're gonna listen to them, because why? They understand where you are. They understand what you will have to overcome in order to get there. And so that's why you have that part of life that's hard. Okay? But you're not supposed to stay there. It's just for you to learn those lessons. It's just for you to be a guide in life for other people, so that you can come out of that into greener pastures and lead some other people with you. Y'all see that? Lead some other people with you. So is life meant to be hard? Is it supposed to be hard? Yes. 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 Does it have to stay hard? No. Do we make it harder than it has to be? Yes. But that's the part about us being human. That's what we do. We make things harder than what they have to be. So I hope you got something out of it. Again, if you did, please like, subscribe, and share. Because if you got something out of it, why not share it with those you know, love, and care about? But that's it for today. I hope you did get something out of it for real. But I love you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.